Hey everybody, this is the Sliders Review. I'm here today to talk to you about Dairy Girls Season 3, Episode 1. So I think maybe it was Episode 5 a couple of weeks back where the parents went to their high school reunion and stuff. But other than that, nobody on YouTube has uploaded anything else until this one person uploaded Episode 1. They uploaded all the other ones, however, the problem is only number one is in good condition. The other episode, they had to do that whole zoom in, zoom out, because they're trying to, beat the whole copyright thing, but it's never gonna work. I mean, YouTube's always gonna pull it down anyway. But they have their videos on another link. I don't really like clicking on other links, so sadly I won't be able to watch it because that whole zooming in and out thing, it just really gives me a headache. But man, this episode was hilarious and stuff. It's been a good while since they gotten back into the land of dairy because of the you-know-what virus, and it was so good to see them again. And it's just, this is such a good show. I'm so pissed this is the last season. I do wonder if the you-know-what virus never hit, would they have gotten more? Who knows and stuff. But like, I don't know. It's just, man, ooh, I love this show, man. So anyway, it starts off and they are like, you see a bunch of clips and everything, and they're talking, narrating stuff, and it's just like, hey, what are they talking about? And I'm thinking they're talking about the troubles or whatever. And it's a video they put together themselves, and they're editing it on like the computer and stuff, and it's an old-fashioned computer. We actually get to see Michelle and like James home for the first time. Well, actually one of the rooms. Don't know which person's room it is. It's probably James, since Michelle said, her his mom buys him the good stuff because oh god, she always buys some good expensive stuff to make up that she abandoned him. Oh man. So she's back to ragging on him, and so that's good because I didn't want to see that stop. But anyway, they talking about how crappy their video is and all this other stuff, and I think Aaron points out somebody in Poland or Germany or something like that made a video documentary about something, and it became a hit. So that's what they wanted to do, but it's never gonna be a hit and stuff. So the big dilemma for them is that they have to take this certain test and they have to pass it, right? And apparently Claire is afraid that, she's gonna pass, but her friends aren't because they're not taking this very seriously and stuff. Well, anyways, with the parents, the dad is pissed off because they're letting somebody stay with him named Sebastian or something like that, and he wants that person out. Turns out it's not a person, it's a cat. And he's tired of the cat leaving dead animals on the yard and stuff like that. But Grandpa Joe, he just loves that cat, and he doesn't want to get rid of it and stuff. And so they have to go to like somewhere, and he tells, I think Blockbuster or something like that, and he tells them something. Oh no, they have to go somewhere and make the rest of their video because they want to reshoot it. And so he tells Aaron, like, don't you be doing no funny business making those videos. She's like, what are you talking about? He's all like, I know y'all went to like Blockbuster and y'all rented some gigolo movie. I forgot what it's called. It was popular back in like the late 90s and stuff. And she acting like she don't know what he's talking about. So they're at like the movie rental place, and Michelle's making fun of Braveheart and talking about Mel Gibson and some drag queen and everything. Of course, because he's so toxic now because of that rant he had over Jewish people and stuff, and kind of killed his career and kind of didn't. So in a way, like they're there, and it's that one guy who they can't really stand, who's like a big liar, who's always trying to sell them stuff. And so like it's nice to see him again. So they talk with him, he gets pissed and basically just tells him like to shut up and everything and get out. While different Elise, Sister Michael comes in, and she has like two braces on her arm, similar to Jimmy on South Park. Apparently she got in a fight with like somebody. And so when Claire asked about the test scores, she's all like, you know, y'all probably should like, spend these last few days together. You probably won't be seeing each other in a while and stuff, meaning that one's gonna graduate and go someplace else and the other one isn't. So Claire is like freaking out. They're all freaking out. And so they're trying to figure out what they can do, you know what I'm saying? But they can't think of anything. And then they need to see what the test scores are about. And they figure since Sister Michael saw them, then the test scores must be at school. So Michelle has the idea that's breaking the school. So they're at school and they're trying to figure out how they're gonna break through the door, and Michelle thinks she has the combination. James thinks he can use his card to like, Jimmy pick it open. But Olaf has the brilliant idea to just turn the handle because apparently it's open and unlocked. So they're sneaking around and James has the recorder and he's just recording everybody. Pretty stupid, like breaking into school and then recording yourself breaking into school and everything like that. So they get stopped by two men. The two men want to know, hey, what are you doing here? And they're like, oh, we have probably like soccer practice or something like that, or football practice or something, some kind of practice. And he's all like, well, it's pretty late. He's all like, you know what? I need y'all to do something for me. So then it cuts from that to them loading a bunch of computers in the back of his van, and the other man there too. With big smiles on their face, they say like goodbye to the men, but the men wanted to pay them. Like Claire and Aaron didn't want the money, but of course Michelle's gonna take it. She ain't a fool. And then so they have a big smile, and then it dawns on them. They've never seen those two men before at the school, and those computers look new. Now, this is what I don't understand. They go to an all-girl Catholic school with nuns. There are no men there. James is the only guy. What the, like, it just never dawned on them. So they're like, oh crap, we helped somebody like rob this place. We better hurry up and leave for the cops show up. Then the cops show up. This is the part that gets kind of weird. Everything was realistic until this part when the cops come in like a SWAT team and everything, rappelling off like helicopters and everything. And I'm just kind of like, what the world? Are they being punked? Well, it's their last season, so they want to go out with a wacky bang. So I guess let them, And so let's get into the parents. And the cat has now killed a pet rabbit or bunny or whatever in the neighborhood. So Uncle Joe and the dad, they take it to bury it. The little girl comes back and she's sad because she wants her rabbit. And the dad knows that, it had to have been that cat and everything. Now, back to the good stuff. So they're being interrogated by the two cops. And one of them is Liam Nielsen. Now, I saw this clip on YouTube. It's a clip. And Liam Nielsen, like, I was all like, this can't be real in the show. Maybe this is just like a gag for like they're gonna put on the internet. Nah, it's real. So he's the cop and he's interrogating them. Now, I no longer like this dude. Why? Well, he's a little racist. See, a while back, somebody asked him, how do you get motivated for all those like action movies you do? He said, well, to get pumped for a fight or kill scene, he just imagined himself walking in the street, seeing a black person and killing them. Yeah. So every time you see him in the action movie and he's all gung-ho with the fighting, he's imagining himself murdering a black man. Why, you might ask? Well, he revealed a friend of his, not a family member, a friend of his, years ago was raped by a black man. So he has all this hatred in his heart from black men, just random black men, and he just pictures himself murdering them. What the world kind of crazy mess is that? Oh, but don't worry. Michelle, what's her name from the Fast and Furious movies? Is it Michelle Rodriguez? Oh, she says, oh, he's not racist because she starred in the movie with him. Yes, he is. If he would have said he would have murdered a bunch of Mexicans, I bet you didn't think she'll be pissed. Back to the show. So he's interrogating the crap out of them, and cause he thinks they stole, like, you know, the computers and stuff, but then they get like pictures of the two men hidden in another place. Now, ironically, they didn't have camera footage for them helping the men, so they get to go home, but they have to talk to a guardian first. Well, they're all screwed. They're like, we can't tell our parents, they'll murder us and everything. So they're contemplating which parent they can tell, but they can't think of nobody. And so then Erin has a perfect solution. She calls her uncle Colum, and he's there and he's boring the cops to tears with his very long stories and everything. And so as he just like boring them and oh no, wait, then they get the pictures of the two dudes. My bad. Because they wanted to talk to one of the parents, just to talk to them. You know, they have to because they're minors. So in a way, after they stall with Uncle Colum and everything, the pictures come in, they get to go home. So they go home and they're like, yo, we got away with this and everything. And then so like Ola kind of lets it spill that they was like something with the cops and interrogating, and the parents like, what you talking about? And they're like, oh, she's just being stupid. Well, anyway, the parents have to go to the school because the test scores come in, and Sister Michael, you know, has to like, you know, give test scores out to the parents for some reason. We actually find out her first name is George, and they make reference to that, George Michael. So anyways, I don't know why the parents have to be there for the test, but they are. And so turns out they all passed and everything. Even Ola, which surprises Erin. Then a cop comes in and he's all telling Sister Michael, you know, about the computers being stolen and how, like, you know, somebody left this camcorder behind. And James is kind of like, oh crap, because he recorded him and everybody else sneaking into the building. And oh my god, the next part, the cops are, don't you worry, we're about to review the video footage right now. Michelle, her outburst was everything. She threw out the biggest F-bomb ever. And it ends. Oh my god, I love this show too much, man. It's everything. But that outburst at the end, you have to watch it. Because not only she throw an F-bomb, but she uses her Pacific F-bomb that she used back in season 1 and everything. Oh god, this is such a great show and everything. Like, this is just a hilarious comedy. And it's so edgy with something you don't really see in American TV unless it's Comedy Central. Man, like, you don't know, man. Like, it sucks when your shows gotta get canceled, man. It's just like, it's like you're just like in a slump after that. Alrighty, well, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.